Hey guys, I just wanted to make a quick video. Forgive my hair, my mom bun. All frizzy. I did dye my hair though, so no more grays in the front. I usually dye my hair every few months. I just hadn't gotten around to it. I wanted to make a quick video. I started making another video that ended up being 30 minutes long, and I love when I make videos. I will rewatch it like 2 or 3 times to decide if I truly want to post it. It's almost my way of obviously I'm not drinking or anything. I don't get drunk, but like, like some people like do like drunk posts and stuff. It's my way of like, am I oversharing or am I doing too much? And so I don't think I'm going to post that video, and I'm glad that I watched it a few times. But I did want to make another video. I wanted to get on here for one to say thank you to everyone that still supports me. You all are truly amazing. Forgive my TV. My son is watching Rick and Morty. It might be a little loud. You guys are freaking amazing. Obviously, you know that I've been monetized. It's the first part of monetization, the super chats and super stickers. Sorry, my phone is dying, of course. It always is, if you know me. I've never went live. And the reason why I never go live is because I don't trust my household enough to go live. I have teenagers. Some of my kids are teenagers. Sometimes a cuss word will slip out here and there, or they're playing Oculus or Fortnite or whatever. So I don't really trust that my household, could chill. And since being a YouTuber, I promised that I would not have my family work around me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not one of these moms that go, like, be quiet, I'm making a TikTok, or I'm making a YouTube video. I film my videos at night when they're sleeping, like my YouTube videos. This one, they're awake. But my full videos, when I'm talking about mommy vloggers, they're at night when they go to bed. So that's why you never see them. I don't have to worry about them, running in or anything. But I don't trust during the daytime, the sound. Anyway, getting off topic. I just wanted to get on here real quick to say thank you for everyone that has subscribed to me and has supported me, even through my scandals, even through my ugly toilet tumbler phase. People are going to try to tear you down, and I don't let that affect me. That's why I don't respond to half the stuff that has been said about me. I don't care. I really just don't care. Half of it is like, or like 99% of it's like made up and not true, or it's just people's opinions. So I'm just glad that I'm not letting the negative stuff impact me. I want to say, obviously, I made that video about my embezzlement, and I just want to thank everyone. I thought I was going to, lose subscribers, and I didn't. I think maybe one subscriber, but sometimes that's normal to, have one subscriber fall off and gain 2 subscribers, have 2 fall. I mean, that's pretty standard for me every couple of weeks. But, I thought, I was like, everyone's just going to hate, think that I'm this tasty person. But that's, been my scandalous thing, and it's been this thing that, the physical embezzlement happened in 2018, and I didn't get charged till 2023. So I literally just got finished with all this drama, and we finally were able to put it behind us. It was stressful because I got served those court papers on Valentine's Day of 2023. So it, fucking ruined my Valentine's Day, because I was like, are you kidding me? I didn't even realize that I was being investigated. I thought this was all done. The estate was closed. So I just thought, everything was done. It just was, I don't know, they screwed me at the very last moment that they possibly could. I don't know if it's because of COVID. I had no idea that was happening. So, I expected to put that behind me, and then that had happened, in 2023. So I just want to thank everyone for subscribing to me and supporting me. I made my first $1.99 on my embezzlement video. Somebody did one of those, thanks, where they, it's the little dollar sign to your video, and you can, donate money just for watching the video. And I thanked that person. They're amazing. Thank you for donating. I forgot how much I already made, but it was less than that, because YouTube takes a percentage. But I've officially made money off of YouTube, though everyone knows that, I'm always giving back. I'm always buying stuff from people's wish lists. I'm not here to make money, and any money I do make, I'm always giving back to other creators. Or my software, my editing software. I pay for the YouTube Plus membership and stuff like that. So I don't really pocket my YouTube money, and I won't be pocketing it. I will be giving it back to people, because my channel wasn't about me making money. It is an accomplishment to be monetized. A lot of people, especially a lot of haters, used to say, like, you need to give up your channel. Like, it's not working, girl. You're never going to be monetized. And there were times that I'm like, yeah, like, what am I doing this for? This is stupid. Like, my husband has been a big person in pushing me, and big support system, saying, like, don't give up. Like, people like your stuff. You get views on your stuff. People value your opinion on these mommy vloggers. So I just been pushing through and not giving up, and it's paid out for me in the sense that I've accomplished that monetization. So yeah, I do talk about it a lot because I'm proud of it. It's something that I'm proud of. People don't understand, like, I was scared to put my face online a couple months ago. I went from 160 pounds, which is still heavy, but after having my last child, it was 160 pounds to 300 in less than like 2 years. And it's been like, I've been like a hermit. Like, I don't want people to know I'm 300 pounds. And this year I've embraced it, and I've loved it, and I love my body, and I love myself, and I love my subscribers. And so I just wanted to get on here to thank everybody. A couple people in the embezzlement video, were asking me questions. I'm open if anyone, wants to ask me questions about it. A lot of people were asking why the will or not a lot of people. One person asked why the will was still a will if I proved it was forged. And I explained because it's such a big thing, and it's a lot of information. You guys have to understand that it was years worth of a legal battle. I think I paid like $60,000 to lawyers between my dad's estate, and then me and my husband's personal savings was depleted. Hiring a lawyer in the first place, the handwriting experts were over $1,000. Then it was another $1,000 to bring them to court. It was expensive. So a lot of the money that, even though I pay back $41,000, I did get my own $41,000. So it's a total of like $82,000 that was taken. Half of that, my portion was spent with attorneys and lawyers. So I did get my own portion, and I chose to spend it fighting my aunt, But the reason why the will was never thrown out is because I dropped the caveat. Her lawyers said, hey, look, if you don't prosecute your aunt for forging the will, and you leave the will as is, then we will she will give up her portion of the estate. So it was a decision that we made in court. Was I would not prosecute and pursue the forgery. I would drop that. We would leave the will as a document and leave it as is if she gave up her portion to my dad's estate. And then after that happened, and I had gotten the money, and I paid for my dad's funeral and his expenses and everything, and the will was the estate was closed out. Her lawyers found out. I don't want to say they tricked me, but at that time my lawyer quit. My lawyer quit because me and my lawyer were not seeing eye to eye, and that's what I get for hiring a family friend. He was a friend to my husband's family. He was an older man who has since passed away, but he quit because we needed him to be cutthroat, if that makes sense. So I was fired as a client, basically. And so I had no legal representation during the end of this. And so I was like, sure, whatever, it's just the will. I'll leave the will in as is. We'll just pretend that it wasn't forged. If you walk away from the money, it is what it is. Because if my dad wanted her to have money, then he would have actually wrote a will saying that. So it was more of a principle of, you're not going to get everything my dad worked for, especially by theft. It's not going to happen for me. So I didn't want to spend any more money to hire a new lawyer. So I just basically left the will as is. And then at the end of everything, my aunt's lawyers were like, hey, guess what? Haha, she didn't say you were getting her portion. She just said she didn't want her portion. But her sons get her portion. She didn't. Apparently, you have to not only give up your portion, but then you have to assign your portion to somebody. And I didn't know that. And had I had a lawyer, the lawyer would have caught that for me. I did not know that. But then the window to fight the will closed because I signed something, and a judge signed something stating I will no longer fight the will, if that makes sense. I forgot that's a very big important part of it, and I forgot that part in the video. But anyway, that's like my big scandalous thing. And I've had evictions. We paid evictions off. I've had credit card debt. My husband had a what do you call it? I can't even think what it's called now. A restraining order against my mother-in-law over a verbal fight that they were having on the phone. And I've said that on TikTok before. They were both having a fight on the cell phone. They were texting each other. And so he had like a restraining order, but it got dismissed. And like I said, I've made TikToks about this. My husband knows I've told people this. It got dismissed because it was bogus. Because my husband and her do not get along. And she was saying some really mean things about my husband and about me and about our children. And he was saying some really mean things back. And so she got a temporary restraining order on him. And then when the permanent one was to be set in place, she didn't show up. And we actually had a relationship with her after that. But then again, just like always, it didn't work out. So that's really the only thing that's ever happened to us. But a lot of people are like worried, like, did you do this for your own personal reasons, or is someone forcing you to do it? No one's forcing me to do this. It's been talked about. People have like made TikToks and they've tagged me, and I've saved those TikToks of these fake accounts on TikTok, like sock accounts, that people like showed things. Oh yeah, and like the last thing, this is like confessions of Shelly Abbott. Was the DNA test of my oldest son. Me and my husband were, like, I got pregnant. I'll explain this. Trying to explain this quickly. I was dating my now husband. Me and him broke up, and then very quickly I found somebody else to date. Then found out I was pregnant. I'm like, oh no. Just, like, within the same month, like, oh. So it was, like, one of those, like, stupid mistakes, moments, not my son, but just the fact that I made that decision. I was 18, so I made this decision, and it happened, and I didn't know who my son's father was until my son was born, and then we did DNA tests, and it was found out that my husband was the dad, and I've been with my husband ever since. But someone found that report, and they're like, oh, look, you didn't know who your baby daddy was. Okay, I was 18. My son's 13 now. Like, guys, it's not that serious. But literally, that's all my issues. And I actually did this. I made a TikTok about all of it a month or two ago. But I didn't convert it to YouTube. So, some of these people that don't like me on YouTube, they're always like, I'm going to dox you. I'm going to go after you. I'm going to do this. I'm going to message all your customers. I'm going to blah, blah, blah. And so I did this because it's the only thing they can, I guess, say about me. Like, a 3-hour live stream about my cups was stupid, but it brought them joy, and I'm happy. Like, if that's what they needed, to fulfill them, whatever. But I wanted to tell my story first. I'm not saying, like, nobody threatened to do it. Nobody threatened to put out my legal information from YouTube. There have been some TikToks and some Reddit issues about haters trying to put this information out. So I was like, I want to put it out on YouTube. I don't normally put some of my content on YouTube, not only because my channel is about the dangers of child exploitation. It's not the Shelly Show. That's usually what TikTok is for. But also, obviously, my mom subscribes to my YouTube channel. She watches my videos. I don't like to stress my mom out as much. She doesn't mind what I post. She doesn't care what I post. But I try to make it more of a different atmosphere, on YouTube. She knows I'm not doing anything bad or scandalous on TikTok. It's just, when some of my friends have, like, Facebook accounts that are for their family and then some for their friends, it's kind of like that. Like, you have a little bit of a different personality over on TikTok. But nothing that I would be embarrassed my mom would see. Just my mom's a little old-fashioned. So I usually don't put out the embezzlement charges and stuff like that on TikTok. But I just wanted to do it because I want to tell my truth, and my story. And I just wanted to share this information so that everyone knew everything about me. And if you still support me after the messy life I've had in the last few years, then I absolutely love you, and you're amazing. And if you're like, oh no, Shelly's problematic, she's messy, like, I don't like her, then I completely understand if you want to unsubscribe. I do want to say I'm making a video tonight. It's going to be about Michelle the bartender. If you guys know about that, I did make a TikTok about her. So we're going to just kind of go back. You might, if you've already seen my TikTok about her, you might want to skip this coming video that I'm getting ready to make. It's just a lot of like rehashing some of the information I, said on my TikTok. But a lot of my subscribers don't have TikTok and vice versa. So sometimes you'll see my YouTube videos over on TikTok too. But I break them down into small clips. So anyway, I'm going to make a video about Michelle the bartender and some of the scandalous things she's done and how she's exploiting her child. And the video won't be so long, so I'm actually including a new person. I happened to skim through and found a smaller creator, I want to say she has 4,000 or 5,000 subscribers, who was exploiting their kids' cystic fibrosis, showing their kid with their, I guess, I have to ask I usually consult my husband about medical stuff before I speak upon it, but it's like the breathing mask, almost looked like a CPAP machine type of thing, over his face, filming the child. The child was kind of crying, was visibly upset, and then showing medication, like even the doctor's names, like very exploiting medical information. So I'm just going to talk about that a little bit. I'm recording it tonight. My husband's working, so Monday night or Tuesday it might be available, but I'll keep everyone posted. Didn't want this video to be 16 minutes, so if you made it this long, you're amazing. I'm just rambling. I just wanted to get on here and just say thank you guys for subscribing to me. You guys are amazing. I know my content's not for everybody. I know that it's interesting to see some of the people that support me are against anti-mommy vloggers. So some of the people that support me don't like what I do, but they still support me. And I think that they just support me for me, not necessarily my content. And Tira Nicole had said that in one of her videos today. Like, and I resonate and I agree with that. That some people won't support your content, but they support you as a person. And so I think some of these people like me as a person, but maybe don't always agree with my anti-mommy vlogger stuff. So yeah, I've managed to be friends with fellow creators that actually their content is against what I do, And I respect that. And even if I become let's say a target, but a conversation about me being an anti-mommy vlogger, that was fine. I'll watch it. I just think that I get along with a lot of people because of my personality. And I think I'm more, I want to toot my own horn, I think I'm one of the more tamer anti-mommy vloggers. Cursed Eye is one too. Amy Robinson's, I love her. She's amazing. I think she's very tame. But I think that there are anti-mommy vloggers that are aggressive and nasty that do more harm than good. And I think that there are anti-mommy vloggers that truly care about kids and are a little bit more tamer, if that makes sense. So I just want to tell everybody, you guys are amazing. Thanks for supporting me, and have a great night, guys.